7 going on 8, shaped like infinity, cause I'm infinitely tapping into my divinity like a trinity, both physically and spiritually. Nothing can hinder this. I am the genderless offspring of it all. Remove us and the whole thing falls and starts again. That's gravity, my friend. Thought we wasn't there, but we was there too. See you in a minute, cause we about to come through. Smoke the night. That's nothing and everything. The scene and the hit. Clock is secretized, don't fall for the division. Cosmic balance be the intention. About to cut in and make this incision. We ain't afraid of some friction. Opening portals to new dimensions. Critical thinking. We use it when we making these decisions. Be ready for the life be ready for the game. Life is a roller coaster. Be ready for the game. So move with self-control and discipline, because life is a roller coaster. Be ready for the game. So move with self-control and discipline, because life is a roller coaster. Be ready for the game. Cause life's a roller coaster. Yeah, be ready for the game. Be ready for the game. Move that weave to the front. Move it to the front. Be ready for the game. Give me that. Give me a little bit. Give me a little bit. Give me a little bit. So, this evening I want to talk about experiencing a romantic life post-op. Now, I was just having this conversation with my daughter, and I thought I would bring it to the live, because I feel like I don't want to talk about sex all the time, but I do feel it's important because it's a part of life, it's a part of wholeness. And I can't teach wholeness without being whole. So I'm not a person who practices abstinence. I am a person who does engage in sexual activity. I'm very honest, Oh, excuse me, that was a little bit of that Heineken. But or Guinness, excuse me, it was Guinness today. But I'm very honest in terms of what I need to be honest about, with people. I don't really go all into details. Now, mind you, I had company. I had a friend to visit me. And no, I did not have this hair on when they visit. I actually just put this hair on for the video. The thing I like about, my life is that I really don't have to wear weave and all that for, the men that I attract. Because I mostly attract, Africans, Haitians. Like, I don't attract a lot of American, Black people. Like, and I'm glad I don't, I don't really especially in New York, I don't attract a lot of just regular Black dudes. And I don't know, maybe the regular Black dudes don't really turn me on, but I tend to attract the Jamaicans and the Haitians and the Africans. And I've had a lot of different experiences with different eggplants. I've had and what I find with American men, and American Black men in particular, because I haven't been with a white man in years. I was with, a Caucasian sex change. Well, not a Caucasian sex change, but a Caucasian trans woman. I think, was it last year, the year before last? I think we've been apart for a year. But I was with a pre-op trans woman, but we never had like the vaginal penetration thing. So like she never penetrated me, and I never gave her no head or nothing like that. Like our relationship was, maybe I give her a little hand play, and she give me a little licky linky on the noonie noonie, but we didn't really do the whole banging, intercourse type thing. I was always afraid that I would give her a heart attack. So I never wanted to do that with her. And there was other reasons why I didn't want to do it. It was just a little bit too much for me. Um, but I do definitely respect the relationship that I had with her. But I do tend to, like, since I've been in New York, like I said, I attract mostly Africans, like Nigerians, like Haitians, like Jamaicans. I don't really talk to a lot of Jamaicans, even though I attract a lot of Jamaicans, but I don't really talk to a lot of Jamaicans. I talk to more Haitians and more Africans than anything. And so because I mostly talk to Africans and Haitians, I really honestly don't have to give you all them wigs and weave and things. I could really just pretty much be myself and they get their life off of me. Now, there are like truly people's body chemistry and how people connect with each other plays a difference, because I could be with one man and my hole will not open. It will be so tight, it will be so frustrated, and I cannot make space for that person to be inside of me. Like it just won't open up, it just won't moisten, it just will not make space for him to come into me. You know what I'm saying? So it just will not happen. But then I could be with another person and it's just like, I can't believe they're that far inside of me. Like, I can't believe that I got this much of you inside of me. Like, so it's different. It's different with different people. Like, some people, it don't get hard. It can't go in. It's not working. What are we doing here? And then I'm with another person and it's like, how did you do this to me? Like, how did you get in here? Like, how are you making me feel like this? Like, so like the body is crazy because the body really does have a mind of its own. And it's going to, like, when you connect with somebody and, you could go there with them. And so, like, I used to be really, really frustrated at the beginning of my sex change because I was having so many experiences with eggplant and I could not take it. It was just painful. I used to be like, I used to have to be like extremely drunk off hard liquor. I had to do hard substances. I had to do strong drugs. Because let me tell you something, once you let those church doors close on that nookie, once that nookie close up, honey, and you don't keep that nookie stretched, I do what I like to call vaginal stretching exercises. And this is pretty much the same thing as dilation. And a lot of people like to use dilators to stretch their nookie, but really, honestly and truly, you need to use that dildo. See, that dildo is going to inspire you. That dildo is going to make you that dildo is going to make you really want to do it. Like, that dildo is going to inspire you. That dildo is going to make you, I don't know, because it's the shape of it, and because it's got the veins on it and because it's standing up, that dilator does not make you want to do it. Like, that dilator just feels like you're doing a chore or an exercise. But when you do it with that dildo, and see, girls be scared to like bounce up and down on that dildo, but girl, you really need to bounce up and down on that dildo, girl, and you don't need to be scared because at the end of the day, you're still controlling the pressure over how much, you know what I'm saying? Like, I've never bled from a dildo, but I was bled, I did bleed the first time that, a man really ever got inside of me and was just beating up on these walls and things. Like, when I had him to get inside me and he wasn't afraid and he was like beating up on these walls and stuff, And so like I was bleeding when he was beating up on these walls. The first time when I was in California, I was in San Diego, and he was beating up on these walls, you know what I'm saying? And he was stretching me, you know what I'm saying? I was being stretched, you know what I'm saying? And I was just being stretched to the limit, you know what I'm saying? And to capacity, you know. But I've never, you know, like had somebody stretching me with a dildo or a dilator and I'm like bleeding because, like I said, you still control the pressure. It's the thrust that goes behind it. And so no matter how hard you know, dilating yourself or vaginally stretching yourself, not called trade deep inside you. Yeah, I mean, but you know what I'm saying? Yeah, stretching you. You know what I'm saying? Like really like just stretching you out, just working you out, you know. And a lot of the girls be scared to get worked out, you know, when they get their sex change. They be scared to let them penises, them eggplants work them out, you know what I'm saying? So you know, now, you know, I don't have to be, you know, like drunk and high to be able to take, you know what I'm saying? And it be so, you know, I'm not trying to tell girls to go and get a sex change. I'm just saying it be feeling so good. I'm just saying, like, for me, like at first it was really, really horrible. I was really sad, you know, it was dry, it was just a mess. But you know, now, you know, it's just like I'm in a different place and it'd be really, really good. Like I'd be like, oh. And don't talk about when they be eating. When they be putting their face down and they be eating. A girl will put herself in some unsavory situations to get her cooch ate. You know, a girl will talk to a man that she probably should just not be talking to because he got some big old lips. Like he got some big old, big old, big old, big old fat lips. Like he got some gigantic soup coolers, and you just looking at his lips while he's talking, and his lips is like this big, and he talking to you, and you know he problems. You know he a problem. You know it's something wrong with this dude, but his lips is like this damn big, and you like. And this is why. And this is like, you know, like I'm sitting here looking at you with these big old soft lips, with these big old soft soup coolers. And I'm like, Sam, what do you do? Like, for real, like, what do you do? Because, you know, everybody could give you some peace. You know, you could get peace. Like, I could get peace. I got peace in the closet. You know, I could go and get the peace out the closet, baby. But when Trey started talking about doing a little kind of langus, when Trey started talking about doing a little kind of langus, when he started talking about eating and chewing and licking, when Trey want yes, baby. Trey to have you out on a limb for some good kind of langus, baby. I'm so worried about scarring from bottom surgery. I've had breast lift and implants and face film surgery. I never heal well. Ooh. Yeah. And I mean, what you talking about, like keloiding? Cause keloiding is real in melanated skin. You know, but you have to, you know, like if that's something that you really want, you know, you have to start on your healing journey before you even have it. Like start introducing your body to vitamins and, you know, and different substances or ingredients that are known for having healing effects. So, you know, you have to start that healing regimen before, so your body can already, you know, be used to healing itself. Like you have to find those things that, you know, work with your body well, like learn what your body needs to give it a better healing process, like to make the healing process go more smoothly for you and start to introduce your body to all of that stuff prior to. So like it could just be a part of the journey. Yes, I have keloid under my breast from the lift. I'm going to have to get the keloid injections to flatten the scar. Yeah, I know about that keloiding. Like, I've keloided in certain areas, but I didn't keloid when I got my pussy done. So I know what it's like to keloid. I've had a scar before. I tried to get removed, honey, and that girl came back with a vengeance. But fortunately for me, my pussy didn't give that keloiding tease. But I do know the struggle with keloiding. And the funny thing about it is keloiding is considered a beautiful thing in some parts of Africa because they cut on themselves and they make keloid patterns on their skin. So in some tribes, keloiding, like that may speak to your ancestry, that may speak to your bloodline, because there are certain deeply melanated beings, whose skin does keloid. And child, I've seen some beautiful patterns and techniques that they intentionally, create through the keloid process. Like there are tribes that keloid themselves definitely. There are some warrior tribes and some really, really strong tribes that do that, that give off that keloid tease. So it's not necessarily a bad thing, but when you're living in westernized civilization, playing around in this matrix, then yes. Keloiding is probably not, we probably don't want to do too much of the keloid over here, but there are places where it's sacred and it's honored. But yeah, like I'm just happy to be in this place though, for real, where I am truly, truly, truly can say, today I did not get an orgasm with this person that I was with. And I don't know if it was a blockage because I'm still mad at him about something, or because he upset me because he pissed me off about something. I don't know if it's because my heart is somewhere else. I don't know what it's about, but I do know that regardless, like it did feel good. Like that's one thing I can say. It felt so good. And and I be telling girls all the time, girl, once them church doors shut, girl, you have to do their work of keeping their snatch open, girl, and that snatch go to closing on them, girl, and then you got to go and lay on the table, girl, and let them power drill inside of you, girl. Or Miss Thing, girl, you gotta let Trey do what he gotta do, girl. And I'm seriously, like, I said that I didn't know. Like at first I said I didn't know if I was gonna have the surgery, but now I'm like, I don't know. I might have a little canal deepening surgery just to give me a little bit more womb, just to give me just a wee bit more walls, just what I'm saying, so he could slide up in me just a wee bit further, you know what I'm saying? Because I do want to have a wife. I want to have an old lady. Me and my wife, we both gonna go and get us a little penis every now and then, a little eggplant every now and then. And baby, she gonna step out and go and get her a little eggplant. I'm gonna step out and go and get me a little eggplant, baby. And we gonna run our ministry together, our temple, baby. We gonna worship the God goddess in the temple, baby. And on night of the week, baby, we gonna go and get us a little piece. We gonna go and get touched and agreed on. I'm playing, but I'm serious. Still, me and my wife, we gonna love each other dearly. We gonna raise her children together. We gonna love her children, all her children, from the baby daddy who is not around, who could not take care of his children. I'm gonna be there. I'm going to be the mother and the father to those children, baby. We're gonna raise these children together. We're gonna have a beautiful, happy home in every one side of the week. One side of the week, baby. I'ma say, come on, baby, let's go pose down for our good plowing. Because you want polyamory with these dudes, but these dudes don't really be wanting polyamory with no female. These dudes be wanting polyamory with men. That's what they really be wanting. They be wanting polyamory. They be wanting to be in a relationship with a gay man and a pre-op man. So we really, like, the community, like with this trans attracted thing, is really becoming more about the peace, and less about the yachty. So I want to just make sure that I do my part to be, in support of the good womb bearers and do my good community service and help raise these children and raise these children together, not these kids, but these children. And me and my good sister wife, we're gonna raise these children together. I'm gonna love them like they my own. And we thought maybe we would have a husband and he would come live with us, and it'd be us all living together and being happy, but may not be like that. It may just be me and my wife and our children. And we go out, once a week, honey, and get these coochies, get these tires rotated on this good cooch, because let the church say eggplant is good. And I be tired of letting Trey dig up in my play around back up in here, I be trying to keep them out the trash can, but you can't always keep them out the trash can. And that's why I don't like late night booty calls, because if it's a late night booty call and he got one of them American, what I like to call them American eggplants, then that means, he been watching a whole bunch of porn and he been jacking off and doing all type of extracurricular party stuff. And so he done lost his sensation in his tool and his equipment and his pipe. And so he need all of this, provocative stuff. You got to play with his hole. You got to squeeze and lick his, testicular sac. You know what I'm saying? You got to, might have to strap on and put something in him, or let him put something in your backside. It's not a regular situation where, what I'm saying, y'all could just lay to the side and he could get it from the back. And see, I like it when when my friends come over and all they need is a little bit of that snatch. They get a little bit of that snatch and some kissing, and maybe they suck a little boobage. You know what I'm saying? We do a little kissing and he dig in that snatch for a few minutes and he just done released himself. He just done relieved himself. I ain't got to go to the backyard. I ain't got to go get up out my bed in the middle of the night, run to the toilet and run some water off up in my backside to get that clean all of the stuff that I done had today. I got to clean it out of me and then come in the bed and let you gyrate, and off in all my cavities and all of my orifices. And I don't like that. I don't like to have you gyrating and jumping around in all of my cracks and my orifices and my openings. And I got to just give you, I'm giving you everything, the joy. I don't want to give you everything. I don't want to do that at 3:00 in the morning. I don't want to do that early in the morning. All that extraness, right? Don't nobody want to do all that at 2:00 in the morning. I want to do this. Oh, oh yeah. Oh, might even throw a leg up. Yeah. I just want to do a little bit. I don't want to have to stand up against the wall and lean over here. And we'll do all that at 2:00 in the morning. What happened to just rolling over on your side? What happened to that? What happened to just rolling over on the side? What happened to a regular missionary? I don't want to do it. I'm 44 years old. I don't feel like doing all this in the middle of the night. And I'm not going to use age as an excuse, because we can still work out and take care of ourselves, you know what I'm saying, and still have a vibrant sex life in our 40s and our 50s. I'm just saying, for me, I know it will feel amazing. I'm 33. SRS is going to be my final surgery. I'm excited for that day it comes, but I am also nervous. I want to be like Nana in my house dress. Okay, wait. Oh, oh. Okay. Come on, baby. The children sleep. Come on, baby. Shh, the children sleep. Yes, honey. Yes, honey. They don't know. Look, you all covered up like you just been being holy your whole life, honey. Like you've been being holy, honey. They don't know, honey. It was holy with a W in front, honey. It was holy. I was being whole around here. But I'm just in such a good place with my sex life, you know, because I can remember what I had to go through. That's why I can't be with no man or be with any partner for that matter where I can't be honest with them about the journey because I know what I went through. You know what I'm saying? And to every sex change, whoever got the sex change and felt like she had to guard that secret with her life, my heart goes out to you. My heart goes out to you. Like for me, no, I'm not guarding that with my life. Now when I'm in certain spaces and the information is not called for, then sure. But if I trust you enough to open up to you and to really get to know you and be with you, oh no, you need to know what I went through to be the woman, to be the being, to be the creature, the entity that I am, to be the goddess, the god goddess, the servant, the mistress, the master of my destiny, baby. You need to know what I went through to get here, honey. And there is no shame in that. You know what I'm saying? And so I feel like it's important for us to be able to tell our stories. And that's why I tell even these stories, even the private sexual ones, because we don't really hear, sex changes that look like this talk about the experience, and I'm not gonna lie, when I first started having sex, it was very painful. I wouldn't even know if I would really call it painful as much as I would call it uncomfortable. I needed something to numb me because it's a really tight opening. You could have that girl stretched and beat up, girl, and Miss Thing, girl, years later, girl, she will still feel like virgin snatch. I had a lot of men to get inside of me and say it feels like a virgin. It feels like some virgin type tease. And baby, this girl has been worked, honey. This girl has been pressed down, shaked together, and ran over, girl. This girl has had some experiences, girl. And Trey's still jumping up and down up in here. Men, kings, gods, whatever you want to call them, girl. They all, jumping up and down in this cooch, talking about this cooch still feel like it's some virgin stuff. And, and that's because them girls be sitting on them dilators, girl. And them girls don't be bouncing up and down on them dildos, girl. But now, girl, I be shocking them, girl. Like some boys, they be there, or some men, excuse me, because I mess with boys. But some men, they be that had this cooch a year or two back, honey. And they remember how tight it was to get in, baby. And they be getting that cooch now, and they be like, oh, wait, hold on. I might not need no back door. I might be able to get what I need right here in the front yard. Oh, I know that's right. Because I'm on my grown women stuff now, baby. This kiddie pool is turning into a pond on you, baby. And before you know it, girl, it's going to be some oceans and rivers, baby. Baby, I know it was a kiddie pool. But baby, now it's the pie, baby. Now it's the pie, baby. And when you come back in a couple of years, baby, it's gonna be a lake and a stream, baby. Don't play with me. It's gonna be a lake and a stream, baby, because I'm gonna do like what Aaliyah said, work the middle, baby. I'm gonna work the middle, baby. I promise you, baby. I'm gonna work the middle down. Period. Everything pertaining to trans women and sex from the preoperative perspective, very fetish and oriented. Child, is fetish and oriented now with a lot of men, period. Like, cause this man was talking to me on the phone just now. And girl, I think he kind of weird, girl. Like he was just kind of weird to me. Cause he messaging me. So he know I'm a sex change because I already told him that because it says it on my profile. But I worded it in a different way, but people know what it means. So he was like, I'm getting ready. He's talking about it's slow on his job, so he jacking off while he at work. So he wanted me to video chat with him so I could watch him jack off. I'm like, so you want me to look at you while you jack off? Like, and for me, that just feels so weird because like while you're jacking off, I'm just gonna be like this. What I'm supposed to be doing while you like? I'm just supposed to be looking. Like I just want to look at your face while I jack off. Like that's weird. Like that's weird. Like that's weird. Like that's foolish. You want to sit up and look at my face while you jack off? Like that's weird. That's weird. And dudes be horny, and dudes just be want to do stuff, and I'm like, no, I don't want. Like, I don't want to sit up and look at you jack off your piece. Like, how is that beneficial to me? And I mean, I like penis, I like eggplant, but I'm not that crazy about penis that I just want to sit up and look at somebody jack off. I know how to Google Pornhub. And a lot of times, the piece that you imagine getting be better than the piece you actually get. Let's hold space for that. Maybe want maybe I want the pretend piece. You know, maybe I just want to imagine getting the piece because I'm telling you, I've had some good piece. I mean, some good piece in my fantasies. Child, I put my toy in me. Baby, I be bouncing up and down on that toy, honey. And I have my little Pornhub video on, girl, getting a little money shot. You know, my favorite shot and will forever remain my favorite shot. I love heterosexual, you know, a lot of times it be biracial, but you know, I like to see, you know, a black man and a black woman or a black man and a black female. But most times the biracial porn be giving me the best quality, you know, and I don't pay for nothing, so all mine's be free. So I get for free. And so a lot of times the best quality be the biracial porn. It be everything be shiny and glossed up and it be in big old nice beds and it be well light and you get all the angles and everything, girl. And Froggy style is what I live for. I love to see him going down into her with his cake spread open and you can see his cookie hole, his sack, his penis, and her vagina, and it's like the money shot because you see his booty, you see his hole, and you could tell if he been getting pounched and if he been getting, you know, if the seal been broke on them cookies by how it moves. You see that, and then you see the sack, and then you see the wand, and it's going down into her canal, honey. And so you get you get all of it, girl. And see, when I get that shot, girl, I be sitting on that toy, I be there she blows. I be sitting on that toilet and I be, oh shit, we're done here. But yeah, so I wanted to make this video because I wanted to make sure that we continue this conversation for post-ops, talking about our sex life, enjoying our sex life. Before I end this video, I want to talk about my latest painting. So the name of this painting is called Preparing the Bride. It has 9 planets, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Wait, I might be missing one. Hold on. No, I did miss one. Yeah, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So this is 9 planets in alignment. Now, it's called Preparing the Bride. This is a manifestation of Christ. So this would be the masculine and the feminine. She would, of course, be the bride. And if you pay close attention to her, all of these yellow balls or yellow light bulbs inside of her represent souls that are filling in her body because she's becoming prepared to join with her other half, which is the Christ, which is Layler. So this would be Layler. No, this would be Laylim, which is Laylim is masculine. And this would be Layler, which is the feminine. So this is Laylim, Layler becoming one. He represents the 10th planet. That's why his face is shaped like that. He's the 10th planet. She's one with Earth, so she's connected to one of the 9 planets. So he represents the 10th planet. And when they merge together, we go back to 1, because if you drop the 0 from the 1, what do you get? You get 1. So this is called Preparing the Bride. And there are 9 planets around. He represents the 10th planet. When they combine, they become 1. Come on now. And it's called Preparing the Bride. So I don't know if y'all remember on a video that I did while I was in Atlanta, I started discussing the Preparing the Bride concept. And since I've been on my Facebook page, I've been doing some spiritual videos, that are leading to putting Laylim, Layler in alignment with Christianity and other patriarchal religions, partnering it, not saying that it will go under the Christian umbrella or that it will go under the Muslim umbrella, but it will be partnered. And this is not a marriage where the bride becomes this silent, powerless piece, but a partnership, where they have equal power, where they balance each other out and they help to establish balance and wholeness. Amen. Amen. So that's where we're at. And that's the type of work that Harriet Tubman did. Harriet Tubman found a way to free herself, which Laylim Layler has been freedom for me, a man, a woman. And once you find a way to free yourself, if you are a freedom fighter, and if you do want to see other, you do the work of going back to show them the way, not to save them, because people have to save themselves, but you can make yourself available with a ram in the bush or another door for them to possibly, go through if they decide to, a man, a woman. Anyway, with that being said, and I had my breakaway from Christianity, and Martin Luther King struggled with the Christian religion as a whole, but he stayed with it because he knew that he would lose contact with a lot of people who look like him that had been indoctrinated with that against their will from birth. And so I feel like it's important to keep the lines of communication open, because you can't impact the conversation if you refuse to be a part of it. You can't change the conversation if you refuse to be a part of the conversation. Amen and women. So put me in the game, coach. So that's where I'm at with it now. This year is going to be a year of coming into alignment with just preparing, the feminine for the masculine within ourselves, like acknowledging the lay lemon, the lay lurb within ourselves, acknowledging Mother Earth and acknowledging the Christ within ourselves. Amen and women. So come on. So, yeah, with that being said, I light this candle to guide home the ancestors who have transitioned this realm today, whether it be in the spiritual form or the physical form, who went on to do new and different things. I send power and purpose to those of us who are still here, passion for that purpose, and all of those wonderful things. Thank you all for who come on the live with me tonight and just indulged me, you know what I'm saying, in my wholeness. In my wholeness. Thank you for indulging me and understanding that this is about being whole. I don't have to suppress a part of my identity in order to still be a person of integrity and a person of value and a person deserving of love and respect. Amen and women. So thank you, intro. Yes. So this candle is lit to acknowledge our ancestors who have transitioned this world today. Those who are here thriving and those who are coming. We acknowledge you. We love you. We understand that ancestors are not just people who've changed forms, who've passed away, but ancestors are here now. We are all ancestors because we are all reincarnations of other things. We've all been here before. So at this point, we're all ancestors. Okay. So I love you. Have a good evening. Be well. Stay safe. Down with another, I say cool, it keeps spinning and turning. Iangani, Iyanko, Kalukalo, which means I am a child of God Goddess. And if I am, you are. As this light diminishes on the physical plane, it grows with intensity on the spiritual plane, guiding our ancestors to the place where they should be and they belong until such a time as this. Love you too.